आएगा आएगा, डरेगा तो नहीं।
It's been an absolute dream run for Shahrukh Khan in 2023. While most media channels were writing eulogies of his career post Zero, regular movie fans and Shahrukh Khan stans prayed for a blockbuster return. After a 4-year gap and a lineup of 3 releases in one calendar year, you would be lying to yourself if you predicted that both Pathaan and Jawan would have the blockbuster runs that they've had. So much so that they've collected in the range of a worldwide gross of about 1,000 crores, when I clearly remember people were making predictions of being so realistic with his return, estimating for him to be satisfied if his movie did a 200 crore gross revenue across the globe. We have become so desensitized to the crazy numbers and updates regarding these movies specifically that I actually fear we will have unrealistic expectations for every film featuring a star and not even consider the genre in which they are featuring in. The lack of awareness that comes with not identifying the unprecedented business some films have done this year is an anomaly, and it makes me actually fear the future where movies will do 2 to 300 crores in their dream run and people will still call it a failure. Irrespective, what's crazy is that Shahrukh Khan's 2023 return is still not over, as the much anticipated Dunki with Rajkumar Hirani is all set to release in December. This is a collaboration many wished for in SRK's career, for Hirani is the perfect marriage between commerce and content and has a 100% track record that cannot be matched by any Hindi film director. While people had a ball in theatres with Pathaan and Jawan, the films also had several roadblocks due to which it was criticized for its treatment of its storyline. Something that is also inevitable with commercial action films, but people genuinely believe that at least from a storyline POV, Dunki may just be the best film of his lineup in 2023. News, however, yesterday broke out that there has been an inquiry with exhibitors on the date of 22nd December by the producers of Salaar, which makes it a possibility that this movie might share the same release date as Dunki. What's been quite a stumbling block for Prabhas' releases this year is that they have experienced several delays on their release date. Adipurush was supposed to release on the 12th of January this year, but was postponed after the backlash that it received after its teaser dropped, with the assumption that work was being done on its visual effects. Originally, the film would have shared a release date very close to Pathaan that released just 13 days after. Salaar also experienced a delay in its release date. Originally slated to be in theatres on 28 September, the film, apparently due to more work being done on the final product, was indefinitely delayed, only for news to appear that now it may share the same date as Dunki, which made me just think about the pros and cons regarding this clash. The only aspect that I can think of with this event as a positive is that the genres of both the films are entirely different. Something close to what we recently experienced with Gadar 2 and Oh My God 2 sharing the same release date together. While the mass bells and the BNC centers roared and cheered for Gadar 2, it was the multiplexes and an audience that seeked for a more nuanced tale that tuned in for Oh My God 2, leading to both the films doing considerably well at the box office. But of course, there was a clear winner. The difference, however, is that Dunki is a beast of its own that cannot be compared to a humble film like Oh My God 2, because the combination of SRK and Rajkumar Hirani is actually one of the most anticipated ones in years. And the sheer box office pull they possess together is something I believe many people are underestimating. This will inadvertently affect the extent to which movies can rake in commercial success, which deters each project from reaching their true potential. For years, one should note that Shahrukh Khan has actually been in very close contact with Rajkumar Hirani, and the possibilities of them actually working together have just not materialized but were often discussed.
What is this? My first film will have a Shahrukh and I'll have Aishwarya, and just sitting there and narrating it to Aishwarya like this was, fun for me that time. I remember Lajan Joseph, who had worked with me on the screenplay for in the first film. When I told him I'm going to meet Shahrukh, वो मंदिर चला गया था जाके पूजा वूजा करने की,
This goes all the way back to Hirani actually pitching Munna Bhai to SRK and discussing Three Idiots as well with him.
All the films that he's done without me, we've discussed together at one time or the other. Whenever he wants to do a film with me, inshallah. We could not do Munna Bhai, which is good because we would have not been able to do it better than Sanju. But having said that, I think it's high time we did a film together.
Even
so
3 Idiots, I believe you guys would.
Yeah, there was a time we were supposed to do it. But it didn't turn out like that. But yeah, one day.
So the Hindi audience, especially that absolutely loves Hirani's treatment, has wanted this collaboration to finally materialize. And this is not restricted to India, but globally. What makes it stand out also is that it is vastly different from the genres SRK has executed this year itself. So the lethargy that may be setting in with mass action films for the audience will actually welcome this pivot of style, treatment and genre as Dunki releases. While people are creating fan wars with Shahrukh Khan and Prabhas, I think the real battle all depends on Prashanth Neel's treatment of Salaar. Prashanth Neel absolutely hit it out of the park commercially with the KGF franchise, and it really stood out as his unique creation. And while many people are saying that there has been an exhaustion of cheap knockoffs of a similar style that was attempted by films like Kabza and Michael, Prashanth's ability and conviction should not be underestimated. Especially the belief that he will finally package Prabhas the way no one has since Bahubali. The rage of Chhatrapati can finally be recreated, and who better than Prashanth Neel to extract that? I also want to disagree with some of the points being put out yesterday stating how Indians can't celebrate clashes and how there's a toxicity because of fan bases who want one to succeed and the other to fail miserably, shedding light on how Barbie vs. Oppenheimer was such a cultural movement of the celebration of cinema. They actually failed to recognize that many factions of the audience were not happy at all with Barbie's success. Politically charged statements of it being anti-men was being circulated constantly. So this toxicity is not exclusive to just India. It has become global now. It's just that this will be 10 times more because not only is the language and region different, but both projects highlight stars with huge and loyal fan bases. While this is still not set in stone that this clash is going to happen, Shahrukh Khan is no stranger to dealing with the challenge head on. Everyone knows about the infamous clash between Om Shanti Om and Sawaria, and SRK had crushed the competition, something that Farah Khan candidly talks about the developments that were taking place behind the scenes.
Shahrukh was very gung-ho and Sanjay was also very gung-ho, and it just became really bad. If they had not released with us, we would have been the first movie in the history of Bollywood to be 100 crores.
You had Dawn and Janiman clashing also, where Dawn got the superior reception from the audience, and SRK won a big clash yet again. This was true for Mohabbatein back in the day as well, that released on the same day as Mission Kashmir and became a blockbuster. So while Shahrukh Khan ruled all the clashes in the mid-2000s, it was not so much the case in the 2010s, losing the financial battle against Bajirao Mastani when Dilwale released on the same day. The business of Raees also being adversely affected due to the clash with Kabil, which by the way I have to say upon rewatch was probably Shah Rukh's most massy role that is not acknowledged enough, and the debacle that was Zero, which has a crazy connection that it released on the same day as KGF Chapter 1, and now the SRK vs Prashanth Neel clash will happen yet again after 5 years. But one has to acknowledge that this isn't the 2018 SRK anymore. As he said just a few years ago, he was thrown to the wolves in 2018 and he's come back in 2023 leading the pack. This clash, if it happens, is going to be eventful to say the least. And that was a video, guys. Write down in the comments below what are your real thoughts about this clash materializing. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram, the handle's right in front of you. Follow me at JammyPants4. Also, please support us by smashing the like button and subscribing to our channel for weekly content ahead. Thank you for watching.